Hello, everyone, and thank you, David. It's truly an honor to be here and to receive this award, but it is also especially meaningful that I'm receiving from a person that is a son of a Holocaust survivor, as I am, and I had the honor and pleasure to meet your mother earlier in the day, and discussing together, we discovered that we belong to the same tribe, although Ashkenazi and Sephardic. It also means a great deal to me that this award that I'm receiving has the name of a man I deeply admire, Kenneth Bialkin. Ken was a brilliant lawyer and a tenacious, tireless, and highly successful advocate for the Jewish people and for the state of Israel. His legacy endures through his wife, Anne, who is here today, who herself is a devoted worker, and of course, their children. Like Ken, Anne, I know what it means to be blessed with a loving and devoted spouse. So mine, my love Miriam, is sitting there tonight too, and she is my best friend. And greatest source of joy together with our two children, sometimes. Congratulations also to Teva Pharmaceuticals and my very good friend and respected colleague, Kare Schultz, for also being selected to receive the award. And to Dana, Lisa, and Tal for receiving the Partners of Democracy Award. And to Noah, who is coming later, for the Herbert Tennis Lifetime Achievement Award. All very well deserved. So I, of course, accept the Kenneth Bialkin Leadership Award on behalf of my 80,000 colleagues in Pfizer. I think they are the people that make me look good and bring me to the stage to receive awards very often lately. Some of them are sitting here tonight, and they are the ones that were cheering more loudly. Yes, given that at the end of the year is when we are deciding who is getting promotions and who is getting salaries increases. Also, I wanted particularly to acknowledge our colleagues, the Pfizer colleagues in Israel, who worked very closely with the Israeli Ministry of Health on both the initial rollout of the vaccine and also, very important, to collect real-world data about the vaccine's efficacy, safety, and durability. In fact, it was Israel that created most of the data that defined healthcare policies for every single country in the world. These data have played an invaluable role in our ongoing global efforts and made not only us, but I think every Israeli should be very proud for the work and the contribution that they had through their scientists and their Ministry of Health to the world. I know that that does not come as a surprise to the people of this room tonight. You know well of the extraordinary contributions that Israel makes every day to the world's well-being, and not just in terms of science and medicine. That's why for more than half a century, you have worked to strengthen the bond between Israel and the United States, which has resulted in a rich and deep understanding of and respect for each other as individuals and for our respective cultures. Not only have both countries benefited from that, but I believe the world has as a result. Given the worrisome events of late, I think it is fair to say that your work to build the bonds between the two countries has never been more important, valued, or needed than it is today. Fortunately, the AIFL is led by the highly respected Eric Gardner and Jonathan Barsaid, for their talented team, which makes me optimistic about the future and excited about what can be accomplished. Thank you for everything you do every day. When we think of Israel, many of us naturally harken back to how, from our earliest days, we were taught about the link to the Holy Land from our parents. I first visited Israel in 1976, and I was 15 years old. In fact, the day I landed to Israel was the day that the operation of Edebe, to the liberation in Uganda of all the Israelis that have been the victims of an airplane that was kidnapped. And I was so amazed. It was clear to me that Israel was a special place because of its commitment to be not only a safe harbor, which is what I learned about Israel when I was a kid, a safe harbor for all of us Jews around the world. If something goes wrong, my parents, they told me, now there is a place that you can go. We didn't have that when we were suffering. But also being a beacon for the entire world in terms of how democracy, innovation, in a place that is not known for those two elements, can thrive. And when I returned this summer to Israel, I was reminded of something equally important and powerful, that we in the United States share fundamental values with Israel, which was repeated here multiple times, a belief that democracy, free speech, and freedom of the press are essential for a society to be able to operate. We are championing equal rights for women and fighting injustice, particularly in a neighborhood where women are the #1 victims of the cultures over there, and a belief in science and the passion for innovation, which drives why Israel is the #2 company after the United States in unicorns, and it is the #3 company that has most listings in NASDAQ, are Israeli listings right now, #3, from a small country of 10 million people. These common values are what make our relations special, solid, and permanent. I'm very proud to be Jewish, and I'm very proud for what Israel has been able to achieve. I want to thank you again for this honor. I will cherish it forever. Stay well. Thank you very much.